Trenton Golden Hawks, Milton Menace, Game 3 of the Buckland Cup Finals set to go as the G-Hawks have done some good damage against the Menace so far. The underdogs from up in Halton Hills ending their 8-game road winning streak on Saturday in Game 1 with a 3-0 shutout victory. And then one of those unsung heroes from the Golden Hawks coming through, Jackson Pierce, in his first OJHL playoff game, scores his first goal 9 minutes or so into period number 3. That was the winner on Monday night in Game 2, and that's why we stand at 2-0 in favor of the Golden Hawks in series games. Good evening, everyone. I'm Brock Ormond. Zach McGibbon alongside on behalf for your TV Quinte volunteer crew. It's so great to have you along. We hope you enjoyed that second game with the coverage from your TV. Halton did an outstanding job. Al Galloway, a veteran of the Ontario Junior Hockey Circles, Jim Holmbrook and Alan Corkum. Outstanding job amongst that crew. And tonight we're hoping to see a great performance from all of us here, including the Golden Hawks, Zach. And what a nice job by Trenton to get that victory in a game that wasn't easy. They lost one of their top scorers in Teo Artichuk. Last-minute scratch in Game 2. They still find a way to win. And who else but Jackson Pierce of Fredericton, New Brunswick, to step up and pull off the big goal and the third period to pick up the victory for Trenton.
Yeah, talk about great timing to get your first playoff goal, getting the game winner in Game 2. Big-time goal, and it kind of goes back to what we've been talking about with the Trenton Golden Hawks and going for their depth, looking to try and find those guys under the roster that could step up, and Jackson Pierce was able to do that. You mentioned with Teo Artichuk, he was not in the lineup for Game 2. I can say he will be in the lineup for Game 3, so obviously a late scratch for the last game, but he should be back in the lineup tonight.
All set to go here for game number 3 with Carter Bickle between the pipes. He's only allowed 3 goals in each of the first 2 games, but it's been enough for Trenton to win both times. Milton wearing their gray alternate uniforms to try and spark some extra magic in them and try and help them get back in this series, down 2-1 going back home, which gives themselves another opportunity to win. Then there's Ryan Sanborn, who's been nothing short of incredible. 181 goals against, a 941 save percentage to pair along with a 14-2 record in this postseason. Just incredible stuff from the Trenton netminder. And it helps that the Golden Hawks have been so strong at home, sitting in at 7-2 on the playoffs, and again snapping that long road winning streak to begin the postseason for Milton. But the Menace are a team that have been counted out through this entire playoffs, maybe outside of their first round series against Burlington. So, Zach, you got to expect that the Menace will come out flying here and probably take it to Trenton in the first 5 or 10 minutes of this game. Yeah,
it's kind of what we saw in Game 2, being able to have that home ice advantage. You saw in the highlight clips there just how loud it is over in Milton. Now they got to go back on the road and try and get themselves going here as we start off with the face-off draw to kick things off and allow Duncan McDonald Community Gardens.
Yeah, this building has been loud all throughout the season and playoffs. It's another full house tonight at the hangar as the puck is down. Trenton snatches first possession. They'll shoot it in. Ropes just wide of Bickle. We are underway in Game 3. Happy to have you joining us here on your TV Quinte, the OJHL tonight. Also your TV Halton and Flow Hockey online. And already the Go Hawks Go chant rises through the rafters of the Duncan McDonald Community Gardens. This puck's rubbed along the wall, straight to the top of the zone. It's going to be kept on side for a moment and then poked back into the Milton Menace's hands. This one will be roped in, kind of blooped wide of Sanborn, but it's taken by the Menace. A hard hit thrown from behind. That jolts the puck free. Trenton has a chance to escape through center. It's gloved down and handled well by Owen Kindry. See a lot of him in this game. There's a steady diet of Kindry, Cole Semeniuk, and a couple other big defensemen, including Marcus Hicks in game number 1. I imagine Dan Del Monte's game plan and roster utilization does not change. Here's Matthews in with a shot. Lasered right into the breadbasket for Carter Bickle.
Give up any sort of penalties here. That's been something that's kind of been hovering over them the last couple of games. They've kept themselves disciplined while still playing the game that they want to play and trying to really make Trenton earn some of those shot opportunities in their territory. So a strong period so far for Milton.
Yeah, Menace have to play a little bit of greasy hockey to try and scrape for their success. As this puck's pinned up along the corner boards. They're going to let it go here and see if they can't pry it free. Callie in there to dig a shovel in there. Now it pops free. Wastes some time for Trenton, but they still almost get a shot off. They do get one. Backhanded right on by a diving Douglas Najim right at the buzzer. Carter Bickle makes the right pad save and seals away The 0 on the board for the Golden Hawks. Nothing on the board for either side after 20 minutes of play. Back here for the second period of Game 3 of the Buckland Cup Final 2025 edition. Brock Ormond, Zach McGibbon on behalf of your TV Quinny volunteer crew. So glad you could join us. Also the folks from Halton, hello and nice to have you, as well as the audience in Flow Hockey. It's great to be here and great to get started here with period number 2, and right away the Menace get a chance. O'Neill had it lost to him. Johnston tries to weave it out in front, making that sneak pass that ends up never actually reaching his intended target. After that collision at the side of the Trenton net, McCauley feeds it over. One-timer scores. Dropping the hammer on that nail was Justin Dizzotti. He's got his second of the playoffs, and Milton has opened the scoring with 8:42 left in the second. Want to talk about a shot that was right through that 5-hole with perfect precision. We could see it all developing right from here, Zach. Point A, point B, one-time shot straight through the 5-hole and in.
Yeah, it's just a really great setup here. McCauley getting the pass across, had a good look, got it through the 5-hole of Sanborn. As we take a look at it from this angle here, yeah, just able to find that hole, get it through Sanborn. Had a good look, and Milton's able to get themselves on the board and get the lead here. And continue to make the saves that's needed of his squad.
Cole Semeniuk in the box for 3 more seconds. Milton is officially killed off. Its 5th penalty of the game. Brown hammers that one towards the net. It dies off a Milton body. Johnston sneaking away through center. That pass was a little too hot. Hit his leg. Ends up deflecting in behind the Trenton net. Final seconds ticking down. Pass angled off a skate. Back. One-time shot. A wild one right on. Menace throwing up a hope and a prayer there on that last chance. And Ryan Sanborn is there to the task. Passing his 16th test of 17 in this game. 18-17 the shots. A slight edge in favor of the Golden Hawks, but it's 1-0 Milton. Justin Dizzotti with his 5th goal and 21st point of these playoffs on a one-timer on the power play has the Menace ahead by a goal. They are 20 minutes away from taking a 2-1 series lead. Third period all set to go here from Trenton, the Golden Hawks, and Milton Menace, Game 3 of the Buckland Cup Final. It's been a tight checking affair dominated by the goaltenders. Milton leads at 1-0 after 40. Brock Ormond, Zach McGibbon with you. And Zach, third period set to go. What do you expect? Because it's certainly been the type of game that we have been expecting. Tight checking, low scoring, and a lot of great physicality.
Yeah, I think if you're the Trenton Golden Hawks, you want to come back out, guns a-blazing, really try and create some shots and create some opportunity. If you're Milton, continue to wear down this team. Continue to try and wear down this Trenton Golden Hawks team. Be physical, play in the body, and try and limit the amount of opportunities that the Golden Hawks will try and bring, especially in this third period when they're down by 1.
Only goal in that second period, scored by Justin Dizzotti on the power play from Graham McCauley and Luke Johnston. Time of that goal, 11-18. That stands as the difference right now with Carter Bickle having it come to him off that tip in.
So they've really been controlling the pace of play here in this third. Golden Hawks now trying to come back as they enter into Milton territory.
Milton's face-off formation saw 4 players all clumped together in the slot. Talk about a full attention to detail defensively for Dan Del Monte and his crew. Seems like it's really paid off here in this game to stifle the 300-plus goal Golden Hawks. There's a long shot right on. A save, rebound, there they score. Spencer Vandenberg follows up on the rebound. Sanborn lost sight of a second chance effort for a brief moment, and the Menace end up taking advantage of it as there's some fans here in the Trenton crowd celebrating, and they should be. 2-0 Menace lead it. Spencer Vandenberg, who has not seen a whole ton of ice in this game, finds pay dirt on that one.
Yeah, that was just a big loose rebound there from Sanborn. It's something we mentioned. If you're able to control rebounds, you're going to win a lot of hockey games. But there was a big rebound. It got by the skates of Shantz, it looked like, and it goes right to the Milton Menace. It's Vandenberg in there that's able to find that loose puck and bury it home and give this Milton Menace squad a 2-0 lead.
Sanborn might have enough time to pick up his stick. No, he doesn't. Milton still keeps it in. Morrow takes a run at his man. Semeniuk will slot it down low, piercing the Trenton D as they try to turn back. Kylo Ellis bumps to the line. It's not out. Long shot launched through, scores. Owen Kindre makes it 3-0 Milton on a seeing eye shot that darted to the top right corner. And the Menace have increased the lead in this game with the way it's gone. Has completely turned in the Menace's favor. The momentum is all on the visitor side right now.
Yeah, just threw it on net and was able to find the corner. Sanborn was not able to have his stick back in his possession in time, and just floated off and by Sanborn. Just sometimes you got to throw it on net, see what can happen when you do so, and in this case for Milton, it extends their lead. It's now 3-0.
Yeah, Owen. So we'll swing it back inside Trenton territory, and also, as you know, Game 4 will be on Friday. Barring a major comeback here for Trenton, it should be a 2-1 difference in games going back for Milton. And then Game 5 will be here Monday night, 7 o'clock. So note the start time again. It's half an hour earlier than Trenton games normally are here at home. And then if a Game 6 is necessary, it will be Wednesday at 7:30, next Wednesday at Milton Memorial Arena. And then if a possible Game 7 becomes necessary, it'll be on May 3rd. There's a shot top shelf and they score. Ryder Callie goes top cheddar on Ryan Sanborn to make it 4-0. And that should just about stick a fork in the Trenton Golden Hawks here tonight. Ryder Callie with an absolute bullet top shelf using that wicked shot of his. And Trenton still cannot get off the runway.
Just a tough break for the Golden Hawks here. Now being down by 4 as that 2-on-1 break there is just a good passing play in front. Sets up the shot and gets it in. Let's take a look at it on the replay. And again, just that one gets by Ellis. Good pass across, good shot on, and it gets by Sanborn. But it's not been the Golden Hawks night here tonight.
And since the move from Newmarket, this will be Milton's first ever franchise final victory, this Milton Menace franchise. Castante will carry this puck out to safety, and he will put the final staple in a 4-0 Milton Menace Game 3 victory. Carter Bickle with the shutout of 28 saves. An outstanding performance by him, and a well-deserved victory for the Menace as they have cut themselves back in the series down 2-1, and there will be a Game 5 coming up on Monday night. Friday night, game number 4, 7:30 back at the Milton Memorial Arena as Bickle staples down the big goose egg, his third shutout of the playoffs and 6th total of the season with the Menace. An outstanding performance, and Zach, what do you have to say about this? Because this was an outstanding effort by the Menace, certainly one of the best road games we've seen from any team in this playoff to this point.
Yeah, this is a great response for the Milton Menace, being able to come back down from 2-0. They knew they had to get a big victory here to get themselves back into the series. And what do? They go on the road and they shut out the Trenton Golden Hawks on their own barn, an area that the Trenton has had a very rare time of losing. And so obviously something there that the Milton Menace can take with them and carry over into their next game Friday night and try and make this one a series, try and tie this one up at 2.